TRT is not a performance enhancer. There are all kinds of people making comments on my videos about TRT where they say, yeah, well, if a guy shoots testosterone and sits on his ass all day, he builds more muscle than a guy who actually goes to the gym and works his ass off but doesn't. And I'm going to get to that in a minute, okay, because that's wrong, okay? It's true what they're saying, but it's wrong in terms of what they're kind of trying to build out of it. The reason I'm doing this particular video is because an actual person who is on TRT said basically that, he said basically he expected to just have constant growth, never hit a plateau, just constantly get stronger, constantly get bigger, as though he was on a cycle of steroids. And I just want to talk about the big differences between a cycle of steroids and the therapeutic use of a constant low-level amount of testosterone. Now, this basically came from a video that I did talking about how, about my TRT. And I basically said, okay, I'm shooting testosterone and I'm also taking something called HCG. When you take exogenous, external testosterone into your body through a needle, your body's like, well, we have this testosterone here, so it shuts down its own production. HCG is something that you inject into your body to tell your body to continue producing testosterone even though you have external, exogenous testosterone coming in, okay? A couple reasons. Now, first of all, you're not supposed to ever stop TRT, but if you were for some reason to stop TRT by taking HCG, your body is still producing the little amount of testosterone that it produces naturally, okay? So, so you could stop and you'd be in the same place that you were before you were on TRT. And the other thing is, testosterone is produced in your testicles, okay? So if you were to take testosterone and not HCG, your testicles would shrink. I do not want my balls to shrink, and I don't think my girlfriend wants my balls to shrink. So, there are just a whole bunch of general health and, wellness and lifestyle reasons to take HCG, okay? And that's the reason why every decent doctor who prescribes TRT, every decent hormone clinic will prescribe both testosterone and HCG. So this guy commented on my video and he said, well, he understands that you should only take HCG when you cycle off, okay? Because otherwise you're giving your body mixed signals. Like the testosterone is telling your body to stop production. The HCG is telling your body to continue production. It's mixed signals. And I said to him, yes, I understand where he got that from. That was something that Rich Piana said. Now, first of all, almost everybody on TRT and almost every TRT doctor, every TRT clinic completely disagrees with what Rich Piana said. And I'm a massive, huge fan of Rich Piana, but this is one thing that I cannot get behind. Number one. And number two, Rich Piana was talking about cycling steroids, okay, for performance enhancing or physique enhancing reasons. He wasn't talking about the therapeutic use of a small amount of testosterone. He was talking about cycling roids, so to speak, okay? And then the guy commented back and he said, yeah, well, I'm on TRT. This guy said he's on TRT 365, which is all year round. And he says he's still hitting plateaus. And because of that, he says he thinks it might make sense to cycle off for a while. And that's when I kind of realized it, okay? Just like the people that are not on TRT who think, you shoot testosterone, even a TRT dose, and you just balloon up, you get huge, you get lean, you build muscle, you don't have to do shit. This guy thought that by taking TRT, he would never hit a plateau. He'd just keep getting stronger and stronger and bigger, okay? Now, that is not the case, okay? TRT is not a performance enhancer. All TRT does is bring you back to the normal level that you would have if you had an optimal amount of testosterone. Now, what happened to me was when I turned 43, I'm 44 now, when I turned 43, I was realizing the diets that used to get me lean weren't getting me lean anymore. The diets that used to get me strong, the workouts that used to get me strong weren't getting me stronger anymore. So I'm like, what's going on here? And I went ahead, had some blood drawn, had it sent off to a TRT, to a TRT clinic, and I got on the phone with the doctor, and he's like, okay, so from a level of 300 to 1100, which is normal, you have a 400. Okay, now that means I'm at the very low end of quote normal. Now, what's normal? normal is for a 20 to an 80-year-old. So I was 43 years old, and I had, quote, normal, but it was so low, it was basically normal for like an 80-year-old man, okay? So what he said is, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to double that. They're going to try to get it, like I said, level of 300 to 1100 is normal. They wanted to bring mine from 400 to like 800, okay? That would be like optimal. That would be towards the high end of normal, okay? Not a performance enhancing amount of testosterone in my body, but it would just be like a normal, 20-year-old, 25, 30-year-old athletic guy who has good hormone levels. That's all that it would be, okay? Think of it like this. I wear glasses. I get LASIK eye surgery. It does, just because I have LASIK eye surgery does not mean that I'm gonna see, like, have telephoto vision where I can see miles in the distance perfectly. It doesn't mean I'm gonna have X-ray vision. It doesn't mean I'm gonna shoot laser beams out of my eyes. If I have LASIK eye surgery, all it's gonna do is give me the same eyesight that a normal person who doesn't wear glasses has. It just levels the playing field. It just means when I wake up in the morning, I don't have to put my glasses on to look at the damn alarm clock. I could drive my car, I could walk around, I could watch TV without having to put my glasses on. That's all it means. It doesn't make me superhuman. It just makes me normal, just like anybody else who doesn't have weak eyes. And that's the same thing that TRT does. So yes, you are going to have plateaus. Yes, if you eat shit, whether you're on TRT or not, you're gonna get fat. Yes, if you do not eat enough or properly, whether you're on TRT or not, you're not gonna get as big, okay? You're not gonna get as strong. If you don't work out consistently, don't work out hard, don't work out properly, don't work out intensely, you're not going to get strong, whether you're on TRT or not. Now, for the people who say that, oh, well, some people did testosterone for 3 weeks and they got stronger than guys who didn't. Yes, when I first jumped on TRT and my levels went from like 400, it took a few weeks to kick in. When it went from like 400 to like 800, 850, yes, I did have a growth spurt because I had been working out consistently, eating consistently, sleeping properly, drinking water, doing everything right, but my body just wasn't producing normal testosterone. So I had basically like newbie gains when I jumped on TRT. I say I gained like in like a year and a half, basically, I gained 17 pounds of muscle. And people are like, oh, that's steroids. No, I mean, yes, I did gain like maybe like 5-7 pounds real quick. It was like newbie gains. It was like, oh my God, I'm getting stronger for no reason. And then it stopped. Then after that, I'd gain a pound of muscle every 2 or 3 months, just like a normal human being would, okay? I had plateaus. I had to kind of like just stay at the same weight for a while. Then I had to go ahead and push harder. I had to make sure my diet was perfect. I had to make sure I was getting the water, the sleep, the food, the workouts, everything, just like a normal person. Nothing is given to you, whether you're on TRT or not, okay? So, when somebody comes and says like, yeah, I'm on TRT, I'm still hitting plateaus, you're going to. Anything else where you just consistently make gains, that is going to be like a PED, steroid cycle use. And to do that, you hear about those people like, look through YouTube about steroids, look through forums about steroids, and they'll tell you, you go on so-and-so, steroid for a while, and then, you don't get the results anymore. So you have to increase it, or you have to add a compound is what they call it, or switch compounds is what they call it. Basically, take one steroid out and put another steroid in, So like that's how those people continually make gains. They don't just stay at a certain therapeutic level forever. They take a certain amount, then they add something else, they add something else, they take that out and put something else in. So they're constantly getting the new effects, okay? But like I said, if you're on TRT, all it does is just give you, hey, the thing is, it actually makes it harder because I can't say, well, when I was 20 years old, I was in really good shape. I can't say that, okay? Because the fact of the matter is, I have the hormone levels of a 20-year-old. I have optimal testosterone levels. So I have no excuse anymore to say, oh yeah, well, if I don't get up at, 4:46 in the morning, if I'm not in the gym before 6 o'clock in the morning working my ass off, it's because I'm lazy. It's not because, I don't have, the body that I did when I was in my 20s. So that's basically how it makes it actually harder. So anyway, like I said, whether you're talking shit about people on TRT or whether you're on TRT yourself or whether you're considering going on TRT, all it's going to do is level the playing fields, give you the exact same chance to work your ass off, diet your ass off, sleep, eat properly, everything, and get the same results that you could if you had normal levels. It's not going to give you any kind of an advantage that you would have over a healthy normal person. Just like me getting my eyes lasered would not make me see better than a normal person. It would just make me into the same normal person that everybody else who doesn't wear glasses is. So, like I said, TRT is not a performance enhancer.